She said she needed to see her ex one last time for closure. Told me not to worry. She just needed answers before moving forward. I didn't say anything. That night, I checked our shared Spotify. Someone was playing Your Body is a Wonderland at 2 a.m. I didn't confront her, because I had a plan. 11 days later, her sister's blowing up my phone, begging me to talk to her. We never expect the person we love to be the one who hurts us the most. But life's funny that way, isn't it? 3 weeks ago, Megan, 28F, told me 31M she needed to meet up with her ex, Derek, 29M, one last time. She said it was for closure, that there were things left unsaid when they broke up 2 years ago before we met, that she couldn't fully commit to our future together without resolving her past. It's just coffee, she said, squeezing my hand. I need to look him in the eye, get some answers, and then I can move forward with us. Don't worry. So I didn't, or at least I pretended not to. Actually, I thought it was pretty mature. We'd been together for almost 2 years, living together for 8 months. Things were serious. We talked about marriage. I even had a ring hidden in my desk drawer at work. Megan and I met at a charity run. Classic story. She tripped, I helped her up. We finished the race together dead last and laughing the whole time. She was brilliant, ambitious, finishing her MBA while working full-time as a marketing coordinator. I'm a software developer, steady job, good benefits. We fit. We shared everything. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Spotify, modern relationship stuff, practical, efficient. The night she went to meet Derek, she texted saying she'd be home late. Lots to talk about. Don't wait up. I said no problem, and went to bed early with a book, but I didn't sleep. At 1:48 a.m. I got restless. Checked our location sharing. Her location was paused. Weird. Then, out of habit, I opened Spotify to play some sleep sounds. That's when I saw it. Currently playing on Megan's iPhone, Your Body is a Wonderland, John Mayer. Not exactly a song you play while getting closure. I stared at my phone for a long time. Then I took a screenshot, closed the app, and tried to sleep. She came home at 4:17 a.m. I pretended to be asleep when she crawled into bed. She smelled like alcohol and unfamiliar cologne. The next morning, she acted completely normal. Told me they'd talked through their issues, gotten closure, and now she felt much better, ready to move forward. With me, I smiled and kissed her forehead. That's great, babe. Here's the thing she didn't know. I'd been silently working for months to help her land a job at Nexus Technologies. The same company where Derek worked. The same company she'd been obsessing over since before we met. Dream job, doesn't even cover it. Nexus was her white whale. And coincidentally, my Uncle Martin was their CTO. I'd never told Megan about this connection. It wasn't something I advertised, and I wanted to earn things on my own merits. But 4 months ago, when a marketing director position opened up at Nexus, I reached out to Uncle Martin, sent him Megan's resume, talked her up. He was impressed, started the wheels turning. The plan was to surprise her with an interview opportunity once it was confirmed. I was going to open that desk drawer, take out both the ring and the interview invitation, and give her the best day of her life. And then, closure happened. For the next week, Megan was distracted, constantly checking her phone, smiling at texts. When I asked who she was talking to, it was always just work stuff or group chat with the girls. Meanwhile, Uncle Martin called to tell me the interview was set for the following Friday. Asked if I wanted to come along, make a day of it, maybe have lunch after. I told him I'd think about it. Then I made a decision. I didn't confront Megan, didn't demand to see her phone, didn't follow her or hire a PI or any of that dramatic stuff. Instead, I called Uncle Martin back. Had a long conversation. He was shocked, then disappointed, then angry, then calculating. Martin had always liked me, always said I should come work for him, instead of wasting my talents at that startup. We hatched a plan. The night before her interview, Megan told me she had a big presentation at work the next day. Asked if we could celebrate after. I told her absolutely, I'd make reservations somewhere nice. Friday morning, she left early, dressed in her power suit, the one she only wore for special occasions. Kissed me goodbye. Told me she loved me. I waited 30 minutes, then dressed in my best suit and drove to Nexus Technologies. When I walked into the reception area, Uncle Martin was waiting. He looked grave but nodded. Conference room B is ready. They're halfway through the interview. The receptionist, clued in by Martin, gave me a visitor badge without question. I took the elevator to the 3rd floor, walked down a hallway lined with glass-walled conference rooms, and there they were in room B. Megan, Derek, and 2 other executives. Megan was animated, confident, showing them something on her tablet. Derek sat close to her, occasionally touching her arm as she spoke. The body language between them was unmistakable. I knocked on the glass door. 4 heads turned. The look on Megan's face, pure shock melting into confusion, melting into dread, will stay with me forever. "Jack? What are you doing here?" Her voice was high, tight. Before I could answer, Uncle Martin appeared behind me. "Jack, glad you could make it." He clapped me on the shoulder, then addressed the room. "Everyone, this is my nephew, Jack Miller." The executive stood up, shook my hand. Derek went pale. "Sorry I'm late," I said, sitting down directly across from Megan. "Traffic was terrible. Please continue." Megan's presentation faltered. Her hand shook slightly as she tried to return to her PowerPoint. Derek was staring at his lap. One of the executives, Jennifer, head of marketing, smiled at me. "Your uncle speaks very highly of you, Jack. Says you've got a brilliant mind for product development." "That's very kind of him," I replied, "though today I'm actually here about the Larson account." Derek's head snapped up. The Larson account was his biggest client. Martin nodded. "Yes, there seemed to be some irregularities we wanted to discuss." Jennifer looked confused. "Irregularities? Perhaps we should finish Ms. Bennett's interview first," Martin suggested smoothly. "I believe you were discussing your marketing strategy for our enterprise clients?" Megan's eyes kept darting between me and Derek. She stumbled through the rest of her presentation, missing key points I knew she had prepared. When she finished, Martin smiled kindly. "Very impressive, Miss Bennett. Now if you'll excuse us, we need to have a word with Derek about those account irregularities. Jennifer will show you out." As Megan gathered her things, I stood up. "Actually, I'll walk her out. I believe we have some things to discuss as well." In the elevator, Megan finally broke. "Jack, what the hell is going on? How do you know Martin Richards? Why are you here?" I looked at her calmly. "Martin Richards is my uncle. Has been my whole life, funny enough." The elevator doors opened to the lobby. I guided her to a quiet corner. "Martin Richards is your uncle?" she repeated, her face ashen. "Why didn't you ever tell me? Why didn't you ever tell me you were sleeping with Derek again?" I countered quietly. She started to deny it, then saw my face and stopped. "It's not what you think." "It never is," I said. "By the way, John Mayer at 2 a.m.? Really?" Her eyes widened. "You checked our Spotify?" "Didn't need to. It was playing on my account too, remember? Shared account." Tears formed in her eyes. "Jack, please, I made a mistake. Derek said he could help me get this job. It just went too far." "So you slept with him for a job interview?" I clarified. "After I spent months helping you get that same interview legitimately?" Now she looked confused. "What do you mean?" "I mean, I sent your resume to my uncle 4 months ago. The interview was already lined up, all above board, all based on your qualifications. No sleeping with exes required." She collapsed into a lobby chair, mascara starting to run. "I didn't know." "Obviously." "What happens now?" she whispered. "Well, right now, my uncle is showing Derek some very interesting discrepancies in his client billing, discrepancies that mysteriously appeared after I forwarded certain emails to Martin's personal account." "You got him fired?" she gasped. "Oh, fired is the best case scenario for Derek. Fraud charges are more likely." "And me? The job?" I smiled sadly. "No fraud on your part as far as I know, but I doubt sleeping with an employee who's about to be terminated for fraud is going to help your candidacy." Her tears flowed freely now. "And us? Is there still an us?" I didn't answer right away, simply reached into my pocket and placed a small box on the table between us. Not a ring box, a key box. "I changed the locks this morning," I said quietly. "Your things will be packed and ready for pickup on Sunday. Your sister agreed to let you stay with her." "You talked to Kelly?" she whispered. "Someone had to." I stood up, straightening my jacket. "I should get back upstairs. They might need my statement about when I first noticed the accounting irregularities." As I walked away, she called after me. "Jack, please, I love you." I turned back one last time. You know what's sad? I actually believe that. Goodbye, Megan. The aftermath was messy, as these things always are. Derek was indeed fired, and Nexus's legal team was building a case against him. Apparently, he'd been embezzling from client accounts for months. Megan moved in with her sister Kelly. I heard through mutual friends she got a job at a smaller marketing firm. Not her dream job, but something. It's been 11 days since then. Kelly's been blowing up my phone for the past 3 days. Texts, calls, voicemails, begging me to talk to Megan, to give her another chance, saying she's a wreck, that she made one mistake. But here's the thing about mistakes. Some you can come back from, and some change everything forever. Trust once broken is like a shattered mirror. You can glue it back together, but you'll always see the cracks. Last night, I finally answered one of Kelly's calls. "She's my sister," Kelly pleaded. "I have to try. She's absolutely devastated." "I understand," I said, "but this isn't just about the cheating. It's about who she revealed herself to be when she thought I wasn't looking. She says she'll do anything to fix this." "There's nothing to fix, Kelly. It's already done." After we hung up, I opened Spotify and created a new account. Some things aren't meant to be shared anymore. The ring is back in my drawer at work. Maybe someday it'll find the right finger. For now, it's just a reminder that sometimes the worst betrayals lead to the best revelations. Would I have preferred to never know what Megan was capable of? Sometimes. Ignorance can be bliss. But then I think about living my life with someone who could lie so easily, who could betray me so completely, and I realize I got lucky. I found out before I put that ring on her finger, before we signed a mortgage, before we had kids. Sometimes the most painful moments are actually life's greatest mercies in disguise. Update. Okay, I'm blown away by the response to this post. Thanks for all the support and advice. A few things to clarify. Yes, Derek is facing potential criminal charges. The irregularities I noticed weren't made up. He'd actually been skimming from accounts for months, and when I overheard Megan on the phone with him one night, she thought I was asleep. I got suspicious and did some digging. As for Megan, she's still at her sister's place. Kelly has stopped calling me. Apparently Megan finally told her the whole truth, and Kelly was pretty disgusted. She actually called to apologize for pressing me to reconcile. Some of you asked if I regret helping get Derek in trouble with the company. The answer is no. What happened between him and Megan was painful for me personally, but what he was doing to the company and its clients was legitimately criminal. He made his choices. I'm doing better each day, joined a rock climbing gym, focusing on myself. Life goes on. Sometimes it even gets better.